Oh yeah, a seed that could have become a tree? So what's your rationale, tree murderer?
George Carlin said it best. They will do anything for the unborn, but once you're born, you're fucked. Conservatives don't want you to have neonatal care, no daycare, no Head Start, no school lunch, no welfare. They don't care about you once you reach military age. They want live babies so they can raise dead soldiers. These pro-lifers are killing doctors. They'll do anything for a fetus, but once it grows up to be a doctor, they just might have to kill it. You don't see any white anti-abortion women volunteering to have black fetuses transported into their uteruses. You don't see them volunteering to adopt crack babies. 'Cause that'd be something Jesus would do. If a fetus counts as a human life, then how come it's not counted in the census? If there's a miscarriage, how come there's no funeral? And why do people say things like we have 2 children and 1 on the way instead of just saying we have 3 children? You say life begins at fertilization, but it takes at least 6 or 7 days for the fertilized eggs to reach the uterus. And not all of them make it, the rest of them get flushed out. So by your logic, every woman that's had more than 1 period is a serial killer. And so is every male who has ever masturbated, ever. Not every ejaculation deserves a name. You're all against abortions, and you're also against homosexuals. That is literally an entire group of people guaranteed to never have an abortion. You think you'd make natural allies. If all of these cardinals and bishops ever experienced their first pregnancy, their first labor pains, and raised kids on just minimum wage only, then I'd be glad to hear what they got to say about abortion. You all keep throwing around the phrase that there's a sanctity of life. But whoever said that life was sacred? Did God say that? Because in the Bible, God is the leading cause of death. Sword of God, blood of the Lamb, vengeance is mine. There really is no sanctity of life. You're just being very selective. George Carlin said all of that in 1996. And Christians and Catholics are still going around here saying, the Bible says this, Bible says that. It's your fucking favorite book. I don't fucking care what it says. Politics are about people, not fairy tales. And you've made it very clear that your position is to control people. It's like you have some weird agenda. Like you don't give a shit about ectopic pregnancies, or if the fetus is the result of a rape crime. You've made it very clear you want to force those women to give birth to those babies. A fetus is not more important than a woman. Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to raise the population? It's already fucking overcrowded here. And you're over here chanting like, oh, but we'll offer lots of programs for them. Like, we'll make sure they get into good homes. With the American foster care system it is today? What the fuck is wrong with you? Wow.